Kia ora. Thank you for tuning in. My name's David Small. I'm Academic Vice President of the AUS and until recently Canterbury Branch President. And this year I'm standing for election as National President. I'd just like to take this opportunity to outline some of my priorities if I were to be elected National President. The first issue for me is to election-proof the gains of the tripartite process. The tripartite process is a very, very important gain that the Union has made in recent years. And I would like to ensure that it's not vulnerable to a potential change of government. We've just seen in recent times that the National Party is comfortable about not distinguishing itself from Labour on the issue of an independent foreign policy, and I would like to try to ensure that they would also not try and distinguish themselves from Labour on the issue of this tripartite bargaining. It's a very sensible way to approach the issue of underfunding of university salaries in particular and of the university sector overall, to have the three major parties, the government, the vice-chancellors and the union, sitting down and organising a rational response to this. And I would hope that we could persuade National to accept this so that that process would be embedded in and that we could continue to use it to secure important gains in the future. The second issue for me is the way that we conduct the discussion over the amalgamation. Now, as you know from the ballot, there's been a very clear national mandate to go ahead with the amalgamation. Over 70% nationally agreeing to go ahead with the amalgamation. My concern, however, is that there are still over 1,000 AUS members, many of them active members, who voted no, despite being implored to vote yes on amalgamation. I would be very concerned if those people felt silenced as a result of the overwhelming vote in favour of amalgamation. I think the time has come, it's a good time now, for us to actually listen to those people a bit more, to get all their concerns out, to genuinely dialogue with those people and to try and make sure that the fears that they have about amalgamation, the concerns that they have, are seriously addressed as we move forward towards this amalgamation. When we sit down at the drawing board to try and figure out what form this new union will take, what structures it will have, what decision-making processes, all those sorts of details, I think we want to be very mindful of what some of those concerns were of our members, of AUS members, and try to address them and ensure that those people are listened to and included in this process of moving forward towards the amalgamation. The third issue, I think, is the issue of redundancies. I'm very concerned that redundancies, universities are using redundancies in a much more commonly than they previously were, and they're almost being normalised as a way of universities to conduct business. And I think that we need to look at this as a national issue, that we shouldn't just leave the different branches to cope with the redundancies as they come up in their universities, but we should work out some national strategies to make sure that vice-chancellors realise that trying to make people redundant in universities is a high-risk strategy, so that they will be reluctant to go down that path. So I think we should start looking at some national ways to address this issue of redundancies and stop it becoming normalised in the university. And finally, I guess my overall approach is that I firmly believe in the collective wisdom of people. I've been involved in community education as a practitioner, and it's an area of my academic expertise as well. And I am very committed to the view that the best solution comes by maximising the participation and involvement in the members. And where else would that be more true than in a union of university staff? And so I want to see decision-making processes and ways of operating in this union that are designed to maximise the participation and involvement of people, to really get people involved, to reinvigorate the union, get people more committed and active. And that's my commitment to you as AUS members, and I'd be very honoured if I could secure your vote to be elected the next National President of the Association. Thank you.